What it do, Shotty Waddies? It's your boy Jeremiah Neal, and you know the drill. Welcome to another episode of Cheat Day Chisme. Guys, I'm so privileged to have the beautiful, the wonderful, the infamous, any wonderful attribute you can think about an individual. Miss Nicole in the building. What's Gucci, girl?
Gosh. Everything's Gucci. This is awesome.
So this is crazy because I don't know if y'all know, but Nicole is the face and interviewer of a really cool site called Young Hollywood. They keep it real. They're a media outlet, and you already know I used to do that back in the day. So this is really dope that I have her. You were just at Stagecoach, right?
I was.
So she is always busy running around town interviewing your favorites. And I'm glad that I got to take her out of her schedule so I can come have some delicious, my favorite pizza in the whole planet, Pizza Hut on that ass. I'm so excited. Okay. Before we get started, we have to present what we're eating. So you want to go first? You want to show what kind of pizza you got to the viewers?
Oh, yes. Okay, this is my favorite pizza ever. Okay, here are my toppings. I'm going to show you. Pretty box.
Yes, presentation.
Dun, dun.
Whoa, what is that?
Okay, thick crust.
Thick, emphasis on thick.
Yep. Like to lead with that. Cheese, pepperoni, and then black olives.
Okay, a little Mediterranean feel with the olives. Mm-hmm. I like.
And then dip it in ranch. Trust me, you'll never go back.
We got some ranch right here, y'all. Y'all already see. Yep.
So good.
I have something similar. I have thick crust with pepperoni, but I got banana peppers because I was just telling her, like, you already know I like it spicy, but the stomach is not handling the spicy well lately, but I still like that little tang, so I got some banana peppers. We also have, this is a surprise, I didn't tell you this. We have garlic knots filled with cheese. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. What else we got? We got a calzone. Because, you know, we got to do it big when Nicole's in the building.
Oh, my God.
And then
you're spoiling me.
We have, I got to get you a fork. Well, remind me to get it later, I guess. Or we can just dig with our hands. Some pasta. Some Tuscany pasta, honey.
Wow.
I should have consulted with you. I don't know if you, even like pasta and carbs.
Are you kidding me? I have the 3 C's of life. Cheese, carbs, and chocolate.
Oh, those are... I'm here for chocolate. So before we start eating, I always have my guests say something that they're grateful for. So what are you grateful for in 2019?
Oh, wow. So many things. But I would have to say I'm most grateful for seeing friends do what they love to do. Follow their dreams.
I like that. I like the support.
Including this guy right here.
Oh, thank you. I like you, girl. Anyway, so I'm grateful that the summer is almost here. I don't know why, but I feel like summer is just gonna be a really cool summer. So yes. We'll probably be hanging out a lot more and stuff like that. But I just feel positive vibes. So with that being said, bon appetit. Let's dig in.
Bon appetit.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if you know, but I already did a Pizza Hut mukbang before.
No, I didn't know.
And everyone makes fun of me because some people like Domino's over Pizza Hut, and I want to know what your take is on that.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I love Domino's too.
Oh!
I do. I know.
What do you mean?
Am I allowed to do that? I'm like.
I know, right? Pizza Hut. You see, she's trying. No, listen. I get it. I was just talking about this on the phone the other day. Somebody was saying how they have really good buffalo wings and stuff like that. And I was like, it kind of does. Like, I see their pastas and stuff.
Yeah.
And it always looks banging. But for some reason, their pizza is always so dry to me. Like, the crust is... ugh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, more for me, I guess. If we ordered Pizza Hut and Domino's, you can have the Domino's.
Well, a battle of the pizzas.
Yes, exactly. Would y'all watch that? Would y'all want that to happen?
They probably would. They would love that.
But you wanted some garlic knots?
Yes,
yummy. In my tummy. Oh, yeah, let me get you that too. Mm-hmm. So, while we start eating, I just want to know, more about your background and, what got you into, wanting to pursue interviewing in LA and all that. So, tell me and the viewers the tea.
Okay, well, how I started, so I was totally one of those people in school, and I was like, I have so many things that I love to do, but what do I want to do as a career? Randomly one day, I was watching E! News, and I was like, I can do that. I love talking to people. All it is a camera, right? And what's funny is that I actually used to be so afraid of public speaking, to the point where I would, have panic attacks. But then I went into dancing and gymnastics, which I think got me used to being in front of people without speaking. And then studied it in school. Went to intern for Young Hollywood. And they loved me so much. I'm still here.
Come on! and come on internship and transition into being the face of the brand. That is amazing. It's very similar to me, in the sense of you just see the people doing that and be like, I can do that. Like, what's stopping me back?
Right.
I need to get out there, obviously, to do so, which is why we're both here in LA. But that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, who has been like your favorite person to interview with them?
Okay. I'm sorry. I usually don't chew with my mouth open or talk with food in my mouth, but this is cheat day.
Yeah, this is cheat day Chisme. We don't have no rules. Listen, we're gonna talk about this before you do this. I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt.
Yes, please do.
Sorry, you got people in the comments talking about you're promoting gluttony, you're promoting people not having no manners, blah blah blah. And I was gonna leave them, but I deleted them because I want positivity only on my timeline. But
yes.
Listen, if I want to have some pizza with my girl, I'm gonna have pizza with my girl. If I want to talk with my mouth open, I will, because it's my YouTube channel. And I'm not trying to come across pretentious, but it's like, how you gonna come on my page and tell me how I'm supposed to eat? If this is how I eat, I want to eat like this. But anyway.
And if it's making us happy.
Exactly, that's what it's supposed to be about. It's called cheat day for a reason. I don't eat like this all the time, but when I want to have some pizza, some garlic, let me get one of these.
And we're not hurting anyone.
Exactly.
Right? That's the big one right there.
Exactly.
Do whatever you want, just don't hurt anybody.
Marinara.
Okay, yeah, this is what you
have. This is what, okay, so she's saying that the garlic knot filled with cheese, y'all, with this. It's delectable.
Oh.
Let's try it. Oh, yeah.
Change your life?
Yeah. Oh, they have good marinara.
They do.
I'm really picky. Impressed. Okay. Y'all just getting facts about me. I'm so picky. Like, I hate tomatoes, but I love, like, marinara sauce. Ketchup is like sugar, but I love ketchup. I love tomato soup. I love sun-dried tomatoes, but if you give me a raw-ass tomato, I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, what? I know people that eat it like it's fruit. It's so nasty. Ugh. Is there a food that, like, makes you feel like, ugh, like, I don't want to touch you?
Anything seafood related, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think it's a texture thing. So if we ever want to go to sushi, I get avocado rolls.
Okay. What about, like, fried sushi, even though it's not real sushi?
I mean, I'll try it. I haven't been impressed yet, so maybe challenge.
Okay, Shania Twain. That don't impress me much. Oh, come through, yes. Okay. I used to kind of be like that, but then I discovered poke, and that kind of changed my life, because it's like Chipotle, but like sushi version. And I was like, oh, because
it's beautiful.
Y'all can already tell I love to eat, but it's so good. But sometimes it's funky.
It can be.
And when you were messing with raw fish, you know, your boy is trying to live till he's 90. You're more than that, 125. So I can't be, you know, getting seafood poisoning and stuff like that. So I get it, but I love seafood.
Yeah.
But I skipped the whole question. I asked you, sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
I began all sidetracked. What was, so who is your favorite person that you've interviewed?
Favorite person. Okay, this is such a hard question for me. This is fun for me too, because I'm usually the one like asking the questions, so I love that I'm getting to answer.
Yeah, put the script on her.
Yes.
Today, baby. Okay.
One of my favorite like athletes, I guess, was Russell Wilson.
Ooh.
Okay. So sweet.
A daddy. Literally.
Also,
Sierra, don't hurt me. I'm just observing.
Sierra.
Okay.
And so sweet. Mm-hmm. He was super cool. I feel like someone in like pop culture and like the TV world, Cole Sprouse. You know the Sprouse boys.
Of course. See, we was just talking about that. I love what was it? Big Daddy or Baby Daddy? What?
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, right? When they was little kids, right? And so growing up, I never understood the concept of twins can act. Mm-hmm. So Full House, I always thought it was one girl. The Parent Trap, my favorite movie, by the way. I always thought it was twin, or Lindsay Lohan had a twin.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like, right. So then when that movie came out, I was like, oh my God, here's another segment. And then I'm like, they're twins? Like, what the hell? So I always I love that. And plus, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is like, that was my show. I love that. Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven. Mm-hmm. That whole era of Disney in general was like on and popping. But that's awesome. Why do you like him so much?
He's been in the game for so long, like we were saying, since like he was a toddler-ish. Mm-hmm. And he's done a few things, and he's just so humble. Like, he will see me out on a carpet, wave, run over, and just like talk to me for as long as I want him to. And you know, you can tell he's tired. He's been there all day,
right?
And he's still just so gracious to be there to talk to me. And he's just so great. And he gives great hugs. And you know, he's kind of got that like James Deany kind of vibe with that hair. Mm-hmm. So cute. He's just all around talented too.
I love how they've their revolution in the industry has been so. It reminds me of the Hillary Duff vibe. Like, don't get me wrong, I stand a Paris Hilton. I stand a Lindsay Lohan. I stand a Britney, you know, having their trouble in the industry or whatever. But there's also something so iconic of a childhood star that goes through teenhood and adulthood and transitions to like a wonderful like adult.
Yeah.
And I think both of them have. And so I love that. I love that they're continuing to pursue their talents as well, because that's also something so seen, like the industry can be so corrupt, so people like give up on their dreams. Listen, there are days where we don't feel like getting up and doing what we got to do, or we got to travel to this place or whatever, but we came out here for a reason, so we got to do the damn thing until the damn thing is done. And I like that. I feel like the Sprouse Twins, they definitely give me that vibe. So
they've been killing it. One other person in music that I just thought of, Kehlani.
Oh, this is my baby.
Oh my god. Okay, she's a Bay Area girl, just like me.
Okay.
Oh my god, it just immediate sass between the two of us the last time I saw her. I believe it was at the AMAs last year.
Okay.
And she was so cool. Like, I asked her who she wanted to collab with. Ed Sheeran. Ed, if you're watching, Kehlani wants you.
First of all, this is what I'm here for. It's this whole thing like Taylor Swift and Brandon Urie just collabing. I'm like,
yeah.
These people from opposite genres are like that. Just wouldn't. If you would have told my 16-year-old self that country teardrops on my guitar, Taylor Swift was going to be doing a collaboration with I Chime In, haven't you people ever heard of? I would have looked at you like, what are you talking about? And now they have the #1 record. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I love to see. So I'm down for a Kehlani and Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran writes bops too. So, and Kehlani can write too. So maybe Ed Sheeran can dance.
Ooh.
That'd
be so cute to watch.
Oh my gosh! Did you want a calzone?
Yeah,
you want to try
absolutely.
it? It's pepperoni, I think. Yeah. And
cheers.
Look at that cheese. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can I ask something controversial?
Sure.
Well, it's Chisme, and Chisme means the gossip, the 411 in Espanol. If you can say, you might not be able to say, who has been your least impressive interaction?
Ooh.
Y'all know I had to go there.
So many faces just flashed.
Oh!
No, I'm just kidding.
We're going Hollywood.
You know what? Sorry to be that person, but I have to protect my reputation and theirs, and
she
I
pleads
can't
the fifth.
say,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
This is good, because she takes her career seriously, and we can't be having no controversy or no drama. But I'll say, when I was used to interview people, I was not a big fan, and trust me, y'all, he is fine as hell. But Austin Mahone.
Ooh, Austin. Okay, I've seen him a few times.
Let me repeat, because one of my best friends, shout out to Just Claudia G, is a really big Austin Mahone fan. She actually got to go on a date with Austin Mahone when she was 16 years old, 15 or 16.
Fun.
She won a magazine contest for that, and then since then, like you said, he always sees her and says hi, and I love it. But I met him maybe twice, 3 times, and it's just like, hello, boy, like, where are you at? I'm trying to talk to you, like, try to have a conversation, and he's like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Justin Bieber is also shy, but he knows how to like at least talk, or you know, like if you don't want to do nothing, then just don't go, or you know what I mean. Which he did one time. We were interviewing him, and it was Kelly Rowland, and you remember Ep.5 from X Factor? Were you an X Factor girl?
I mean, I watched some of it.
Okay,
it wasn't
cool.
Crazy, but I know who they are.
So they were on there, and they were all on the red carpet. Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child, y'all. Like, she's a legend. And she could stop by and say hi to us. Kind of going back to what you were saying about the Sprouse Twins, about like showing love or whatever. And then he comes up, he's like, oh, I don't feel like talking, so I'm only going to take pictures. And I was like, okay. Aww. So, I don't know. It kind of disappointed me because I really liked him. I think he's talented. He has a really cool EP called This Is Not an EP, or This Is Not the Album. And it's a mixtape. Cool. He has so many really cool songs on there, and I really love him as an artist. I just wish he was a little bit more personable. So, Austin, if you're watching, I still love you.
He's also very young, too. So
is he?
I feel like he is. Isn't he? Isn't he only like 21 or something like that?
Maybe. I feel like he always say he's 15. That was one of my things. Like, I feel like artists don't ever age in Hollywood. I feel like Justin Bieber was like 17 for like 17 damn years.
Yeah, it's crazy how, well, Bieber's not old because I'm older than Bieber.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I'm old.
One time for the older crew. Hey, one time for the... Okay, so speaking of, are you a believer?
Yes. Okay, but heartbreaking. I've never seen him live. However, I have probably, like, he's the artist that I have a lot of songs on. Like, you know when you think, like, oh, like, I like him, and then you, like, look at your, like, playlist, and you're like,
see if you actually listen to
I
the...
have a ton of his songs. He's one of those people. And I think he's just so talented. Like, he can dance, he can sing. Oh my god, and that whole controversy recently.
Yeah, well, that broke. Well, yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to go with that. It kind of broke my heart.
Yeah.
To see that, you know, obviously he's having not a low point, but just a shift in his perspective in his career or whatever. And I just feel like people always just should deserve respect and support. Like, even with Britney Spears, you just heard that she was in rehab, I believe, or, you know, just trying to get her mental state back to where it needs to be. Right. And instead of supporting these people or giving them their space, it's so Hollywood of everyone to take the worst pictures of them and trash out them in the industry. And that's part of the reason why I want to be in the media outlet industry, is to present a more positive look or outlook on these people. You know what I mean? Totally. To highlight. First of all, that's a good one we need to get. I'm just start asking you questions. But people that are underrated in the industry, like, I wanted to be able to have that voice to give them the props that they deserve, because there's so many amazing artists out here in Hollywood that just don't get the shine that they need. And
very true.
We need them to get the shine.
So true.
But I need the people to not be bullying Justin Bieber. I love me some Justin Bieber. I've been a believer since 2009. And yes, I am old, and it doesn't matter. I still love Justin Bieber, and I really think that we need a pop boy in the industry. Mm-hmm. Like, ever since he kind of fell off, there hasn't been a real, like, Khalid, I would say, but he's not performing. He's not giving me choreography and a huge set with pyrotechnics. I need that from a pop boy. So I hope he gets better.
He's so good.
Yes. Girl, don't even get me started. See, it's so funny because me and him, everyone used to say, "Oh, you remind me of Khalid." It's probably because we just both little chocolate boys, which is cute. But I was like, at first I didn't want to like him because everyone kept comparing me to him. Then once I actually listened to his music, I was like, oh. Like, I want to be you. I want to be you. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get I already decided. I didn't tell her this. I sort of did, but I'm just gonna do it. While we're eating, I'm going to ask you a few questions that I want to get your opinions, because you are, whether you want to believe it or not, a pop culture connoisseur. So your opinion is very valuable to me, and I'm sure the viewers. So we're gonna ask you some questions.
The pressure is
yes. Okay. Are you a Backstreet Boys girl or NSYNC girl? I had to come hard.
Oh my gosh. Help me. Because all I saw was like Nick Carter and Justin Timberlake in my face.
Wow! So those are your favorites?
I know that's kind of basic, right? But like,
can you guess mine from each?
Oh my gosh. I'm assuming that none of those options are your fave because you asked me to choose.
No.
Can you give me some hint? There's 5 in each.
Okay, so you pick one that is my favorite.
Ooh, okay. I feel like I would say JT, but I'm almost leaning towards the Carter because it's like a less basic answer.
I don't like Nick Carter, so I like him, but he was not my favorite in the Backstreet Boys.
Okay, so you like Justin because Timberlake is performing and all that.
Justin Timberlake, he was the first. Him and Nelly were the first people that I knew I was gay.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
Like I was like, it was like 13 years old, and I was like, oh okay. I like what I see. I like seeing him shirtless and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, so those two I'll never forget. It was so perfect.
Fair enough.
Vanilla and chocolate. So yes, Justin Timberlake. But go guess my Backstreet.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not remembering like 2 of their names.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, you have a lot of people to remember, so on your defense. But okay, so we have AJ, we have Nick, we have Brian, we have Kevin, and we have Howie. So Howie's a Hispanic one that sometimes has a ponytail.
Yes.
You know Brian because he's saying everything. I feel like Nick, you already know Nick. Kevin is a really tall one that doesn't really sing, but he can dance his ass off. I love me some Kevin Richardson.
Okay.
And then AJ is like the bad boy. He has the tattoos and is always like.
Is it AJ?
Yeah. Save the best for last, honey. AJ can get it. But I also like him because he went to elementary school in my hometown. So cool. I feel like I have to pass this torch. This Florida thing has to like make a revolution here in Los Angeles. So anything that he does, I support. So
side note, I've never been to Florida.
What? What you mean you ain't never been to Florida? Everyone's like, I want to go to Disney World. I want to go to Miami.
Never gone. Nope.
What? Okay, we gotta go.
I'm down.
You have to go. Okay, so where I live like an hour away from Miami. So Miami is like, that's with traffic. So without traffic, it's like 40 minutes. So we gotta go to Miami Beach.
I'm down.
We're gonna.
Whenever.
Have you ever seen Questions by World Star Hip Hop? They stand on the beach and ask people like trivia.
Oh,
but
fun.
it's like people always guess. Like one of the questions was, how many stars are in the American flag? And then there was a meme because this girl says, well, shit, we got 13 colonies, so 13 minus 50. 13 minus 50, goddamn, 47. And we're like...
She said it just like that.
Just like, y'all can tell I watch that very often. That's like one of our things. You can come to my parties. So y'all, okay, I know how to party, but I also am very like, let's crowd around the TV and watch YouTube videos that I think are funny.
That's all we did.
And that's all we did. We were raging a little bit, but she kind of came not towards the end, but like midway.
Yeah.
And then instead of like everyone going to hook up and do whatever they do, I'm the type of like, let's gather around the TV and watch funny videos. Was it interesting though?
Did you play Ciencio?
Wait, gotta bring
Did we go too soon?
No, but I was trying not to bring this up because y'all, she got to interview my 5 boyfriends, and I ain't with it because this is the thing. I watched La Banda when La Banda was on the air. So I watched them get together and be formed into CNCO. And so I was a fan from such a long time ago. And then like to see them grow and like they're becoming like they're mega. And then I go on my Instagram and homegirl over there just hanging out with them and then just talking to her.
They're all so sweet.
I bet I said, what did I text you? I was like, do they smell good?
Yeah.
That's all I want to know because they're so fine. Oh, I love me Hispanic. Yes.
They smelled great.
Come through CNCO. I love CNCO. I'm a fan of a boy band or a group in general. I love people working together to come for like a common goal. That's why I even like the Power Rangers and Captain Planet. Like I've always been so fascinated with like individual people coming, but when they're together, they're just like killing it. So
yeah,
CNCO, they've been holding it down in the Hispanic community. So y'all gotta go check them out. I actually did a dance video to them last month, so you should have already known that.
You're a true fan.
What? Okay. Would you pick Hannah Montana or Wizards of Waverly Place?
Okay. The Solon-Eaters are gonna hate me, but I'm definitely gonna choose Hannah Montana.
Ooh.
Because she was my first concert.
Oh, that was my sister's first concert. Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers.
Yes, and the Jonas Brothers opened for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember very distinctly, Nick Jonas walked Hannah Montana down to the middle of like the stage while he was playing guitar, and then they sang the song. And it was so cute, and I was like, I love her. And I still love her and Miley to this day.
I do. I love Miley, but I prefer Wizards of Waverly Place's show. Because it was sometimes like, I'm just too literal. Like, the fact that they didn't understand that she was her, I was like, girl, that wig is the only thing, like, there's literally the same voice, the same everything, but because you got on the bottom with it, you can't tell. So it always used to bother me. It's like, open your eyes.
I like how you say I'm too literal, but I want to watch a show about some girl who has powers.
Listen, okay! Well, that's probably why I'm like, it's like extremes. It's like opposites. It's either like, you know what I mean? Like, she should have wore a mask or, something to be a little bit more hidden,
right,
you know?
Right.
But I like, maybe more so because of David Henry. That's why I like Wizards of Waverly Place, because he could get it. And, I was a little teen boy,
Mm-hmm.
feeling something. But that leads me to my next question. So,
okay.
Since you saw the Jonas Brothers in concert, are you a Nick girl or a Joe girl?
Okay, see, this is again not giving straight answers, but because I changed my mind a lot. So, funny story. I had this friend back home who like obsessed with Jonas Brothers. She was a Joe girl, which I think made me a Nick girl like in the beginning. I mean, not saying I didn't like Nick, but I totally did. But we didn't want to go for the same guy. We went to like 6 of their concerts in like a year or two. It was like nuts. Oh my god, it was nuts. Her dad actually bought us tickets to Planet Hollywood to be in like the front row when they were doing like their first tour. I think it was for what was their tour called? Where they were like at their peak. When You Look Me in the Eyes. It was like during that era.
That's a song that literally came into my head, but I didn't know if that was the name of it. But I know exactly what you're saying.
I don't know what the tour is called, guys, but that was like the era of when I saw them. And I remember I was in like this cheetah like mini dress, like really trying to get
my
Nick's
outfit. I don't know
attention
day. At the grocery store.
And literally the whole time, Nick was making eyes at me. And at the end of the show, he bent down, flicked his pick at me as he was making eye contact. My friend dove onto the ground, fought this other girl for the pick. I was just standing there googly-eyed at Nick, just like waving at Nick. Totally missed the pick. And what's funny is I've talked to both Nick and Joe a few times. Did not bring up that story. But I do have to say that Joe gives really good head.
I was gonna say the same thing. Because I met Joe Jonas when he was with DNC at the TikTok office.
Okay.
Because they came to like promote one of their new songs or whatever. And I obviously it's a Jonas brother because if I see you, bitch, you get hugged because I love you. And I haven't gotten the chance to meet Nick, and I'm just assuming that his hugs are amazing. So I'm a Nick boy, but Joe has my heart, if that makes sense. Like when I think about who's hot first is Nick, but I think I would want to be with Joe.
I was gonna say, okay, so what your heart is with Joe, but you're a Nick girl.
But yeah.
So what body part does Nick have?
She put me on the spot. She tried to flip the script on me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not allowed to ask questions.
No. Well, I think it's because I saw him in that show where he did have a hookup scene with another dude. So then that kind of like flipped the... Yeah, you didn't know about that?
Wait, what?
There's a show called Kingdom or something on there,
Oh.
and he plays like an in-the-closet gay guy, which I appreciate him, even though he's married right now to Priyanka. Like, they're fine or whatever, but I appreciate him pushing his, artistic boundaries. But
True.
Now that I've seen him in a suggestive way, it makes it easier for me to think of him in not so ladylike, if that, you know what I mean. So,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think is the best era of music?
Oh my God, you're killing me. Okay. Wow. I feel like because I was like a 90s baby, I would have to say like that era in like the early 2000s.
Yo, we are twins. Oh, go ahead.
I was like,
case closed.
But obviously you can't deny like the 70s and the 80s. Like I
Mm-hmm.
personally feel like I was supposed to be in the 70s. Kind of feel like a little bit of like a little flower child. Love that vibe. Love the sound obviously of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different eras. And then I think obviously like the 90s to the early 2000s kind of pulled from different eras and made their own
thing.
And it hasn't been matched since. So
Absolutely. So that's what I was gonna say. I think I would have loved to be a baby in the 70s. I would have loved to have been in elementary school / early middle school in the 80s. Because like I love the show The Wonder Years. Have you ever heard of it? See, like I would have died. Or the original Degrassi was also in the 80s. I love that. I would have loved to be in college in the mid 90s because I think the music would have been this is how we do it. And then at night, I think just imagine like being at your peak at the club, busting it wide open. Oh, I would have killed it. But I will say between 1997 and 2003 or 4, music. Okay, I lied because there was the epic dance pop scene from like 2010 to 2013 where we had Gaga and we had Far East Movement and the Cataracts and Dev and Kesha and Cobra Starship. That was a really cool moment of pop, but it was so minute compared to the impact of 1997 to 2004 in my opinion.
Kesha.
I think I love Kesha.
Kesha Rose.
I love Kesha. I feel like she's resilient, and she came in at a hard time because I remember in 2007 and like 2009, it was a really tough time in the music industry. Like no one knew where the shift was going, and that's like when she kind of like started peaking. So her and like Katy Perry is so refreshing to see them still out here grinding and like doing their thing in the industry because it was a very difficult time, especially for girl groups and boy bands. I remember there was a few. NLT was a boy band that came out and it featuring Kevin McHale, who was on Glee. He played Artie or Archie on Glee.
Archie and
and so he was used to be in a boy band, but people just were not into the boy bands at that time. So it's so interesting. But then One Direction came on the scene, and now everybody wanted like a group. So it's just so interesting how like the industry like. You know what I mean? Like, it shifts, and then people just have to adapt with it or figure out what they're supposed to do with their career. But speaking of...
But I'm really confused now. I'm thinking Archie or Artie. I think it's
I don't know. Okay, so that's a fun thing.
Because Archie's Riverdale and it's definitely...
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
It's Artie.
So people might not... I loved... There was a show called The Glee Project that I loved. The spin-off to find... Like, yes! Like, I used to worship that, but actual Glee... I passed, like, the first couple seasons, I was just like...
Well, after...
I love the music. I can listen to the music, like the soundtracks and stuff like that. I can listen to that. But like watching it, I kind of just fell off. And then all the controversy with, the suicides and all that stuff, I was like, okay, that's cool. But I still wanted to be on the show, which is interesting. Okay. This is... what do you think is the best rap song of all time?
Oh my God! These questions. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy G up in the limousine.
Okay.
I was gonna keep going, but
are we like adding rapper to our resume? Now I feel like I have to compete because I wasn't prepared to spit bars and my homegirls just came through. Oh
I
my
know
God.
I'm a West Coast girl, but
I'm kind of disappointed because y'all can argue with me on this, but the all-time best rap song is without a doubt "Back That Ass Up" by Juvenile. Tell me it's not. Tell me when
It's great.
Dun, 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 dun. If you're like in the bathroom at the club and you just hear those strings, you drop everything that you're doing and you run your ass back on the dance floor and start busting it wide open. So that's, if you have that impact on me, you have the ringing of the. But I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think, am I right? Am I wrong? If not, what song do you think beats that? But I think that song is epic. And it introduced Lil Wayne to the industry. I feel like Lil Wayne is like one of the, at least easily top 5 rappers of all time. So that's when he was like a tiny tot. You should go watch the video. He's so little. Like, I think he was like 15 or 16 at the time. And like, it's crazy to know that that was his worldwide introduction, was the little last part of Back That Ass Up.
Do you remember his song How to Love? It's still on my playlist.
Well, I was going to say you should listen. Demi Lovato did a cover of it.
Oh my God.
And it was so good. I remember I used to have to, you remember LimeWire?
Yeah, of course.
So I still had LimeWire in like 2011 where you could literally just rip the files off of like, you know, get a torrent or something like that. But I still would use LimeWire. And I was trying to get Wayne's version and I came across Demi's and then I ended up falling in love with it because she killed it.
Is it out right now?
I'm sure we could find it.
Okay.
I'm sure we could find it, but it's like, okay, I have one more question.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, it's like a duo question.
Great.
Okay. Who do you feel is a very overrated artist in the industry?
Overrated?
Yeah, overrated. Like, not necessarily that they're not talented, because I can think someone's talented, but I can also think that they're overrated. Like, I think the hype behind them is not equating to, like, who they are as a person, the quality of their music, their stage presence, etc.
Wow, that's rough. Overrated.
Well, I'll say mine. You can think about it.
Yeah,
But
say
don't
yours.
get on The Weeknd.
Oh, overrated.
Overrated.
Okay. I've seen him live.
I feel like I love his music. There's some songs like I listen to, like when Love Me Harder with Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm. I
listen to that song every day, and it came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and I love his voice on that song. So it's not that I'm not a fan of his, but I just feel like this generation worships him like he's like Michael Jackson, and I just don't see what they see. But I like him. Don't get me wrong. I like The Weeknd, but he would be overrated in my opinion.
I don't have an answer for you.
She's so good, y'all. You listen, Young Hollywood, if y'all didn't give this girl a raise yet, give her one because she's doing very well at maintaining this brand image. Come through. Okay, well,
I do have to say, Young Hollywood, we are no gossip. Very celebrity positives, all of that. And, I think, honestly, I'm just so used to, trying to see everyone in
that positive way. That's good.
And I don't want to come off like I'm not being real with you. Of course, I probably have some artists that I would think of that are, so overrated, but I honestly, genuinely cannot think of one right now.
That's good. That means her mindset. I obviously knew this because I wrote the question, so I was like, I was thinking about it. But that's good that you feel that way. Okay, so I'll flip it. Name an artist that you think is underrated in the industry, that deserves more credit for their hard work and dedication.
Oh, one came to mind instantly. I don't know if you're gonna know her, but Astrid S. Have you heard of her?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know visually.
Okay, so she's from Norway, and she's beautiful. She's this young, I think she's 22, blonde. She's just gorgeous, and she's so talented. She's actually written for so many artists. One is Shawn Mendes. She was actually on Shawn Mendes' song, I believe it's called Air.
Okay.
It's from a long time ago. And she's just so freaking good. I'm trying to think of other collabs that she has, but she's a very high-pitched, angelic voice.
Okay, cool.
And she's opening for Zara Larsson.
Yes, Zara Larsson. Do you like Zara?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's dope. You already know Odin and Lee and all them. They got me into her.
Yeah.
Because she's European, so her and Dua Lipa. I didn't really know about any of them until the boys introduced me to.
Dua Lipa is such a crush.
Yeah. I love her. At one point I did feel that she was underrated, but then New Rules kind of just took over the radio here, and then I was like, okay, no, she's getting to where she is.
Yeah.
Anybody
else? I feel so here's the thing. I feel there's people that are kind of underrated, but they're still getting radio time, and then there's people who are just not really getting radio time, but they're industry babies, as in the sense
same here.
I feel there's a lot of industry princesses where it's a lot of people in the industry know exactly who these people are, but they're not hitting radio and they're not really
circulating.
reaching me. Yeah. So like I could be totally wrong, but I've never heard Maggie Rogers on the radio, and I freaking love her. But like I would say that she's kind of like an industry princess because like John Mayer like follows her and comments on all of her stuff. She performed at Coachella, so she's obviously doing something right. But I don't hear a lot of people.
The buzz, yeah, like that, like the Cardi B effect, where everyone's like everything, always talking about her 25 days, 8 days a week.
I think she's gonna get there though because she is so good.
Okay.
And she's been performing on all the
Maggie
like top
Rocker.
shows.
Okay, come on, girl. We're gonna get you on the radio. I would say it's kind of like what you said about their babies in the industry, that they're on everyone's radar, but they're just not like all the way there. I would say, have you ever heard of Pretty Much?
Oh my god, I love those boys.
Okay, I feel like it really bothers me because I love their music. I think their direction, everything that they stand for, is so revolutionary to this generation. Like they embody that performance etiquette that we love from like the NSYNC days and the Spice Girls and all that, but they're still adapting. Their music still sounds within the time, so it's like, why are they not like on top? I really feel like they have every single trait that you need to be a successful boy band in this industry. So y'all need to like keep streaming their shit, because I want to see them, like, if there's any of the boy bands that are out right now, I think besides CNCO, but I think CNCO's on their path. But did you hear they have a collab coming?
With who?
Pretty Much and CNCO are collabing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't that gonna be really cool?
That's gonna be so
have
cool.
like two boy bands. Like, imagine if NSYNC and Backstreet Boys did that. Like, that would, imagine if they went on tour together. We would have lost our minds. That would have been epic. Anyway.
I do have to say, I saw the Backstreet Boys open for NKOTB.
Oh, yeah.
On the block.
What is it? Oh, you people, can't you see? Can't you see? And then they said NKTSBSB or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, remember? I used to watch. Okay, it's gonna be mean, but we used to watch it because there was one. They sang all that I needed was a girl. What's that song? All right. Anyway, Donnie Wahlberg lets out this this really bad note, and he looks at the camera like, "Oh shit, I know I did a bad job." But he just kept performing. I was like, "That's why I love you, because you just don't care." Yeah. He was like, "Whatever."
Wait, what do you feel about Why Don't We? Because they're another boy band I've done recently.
Okay.
And I feel like they have like the
Why Don't We is giving me vocals. They are giving me vocals. Studio wise, oh my god, there's a song called Choose on the 8 Letters album. Literally an R&B bop. Like, it should be on the radio. Like, we were just saying, like, those are the songs that I need to hear. Everyone wants to go back to this 1999 to early 2000 sound and put records out like that. Because I love the single, like, Cold in LA is great. I love, what's the other ones? 8 Letters. Like, these are really cute songs, but like, what we want timeless. We want records that when we 20 years from now we put those records on, and I feel like some of these artists have them. I just feel like they're not putting them out the right way. Like, and then their staging is also sometimes, I don't know, I guess I'm used to Pretty Much like giving me the power. And then Why Don't We's just like, hey, but Pretty Much is like, hey. Okay, so it's like, I see what you're saying. When I probably wouldn't go see Why Don't We perform, but I would be the first. I would buy their stuff over all the other ones, because I love listening to their solid music, and they can sing. I love that they do harmonies and stuff too. I like Why Don't We, yeah, and I like In Real Life. They're the ones that came from Boy Band, the show Boy Band.
Okay, can we talk about Chance?
Oh. But I knew Chance when Chance was in another boy band. He was in a boy band called the Boy Band Project back when I first moved to LA. So I've been around him for years. So it's just so funny to see him resurface on this show, and then being this new heartthrob. And I was like, okay, I see you. But I think the thing too is the fact that he's a dad. For some reason, like, I guess girls can maybe see that because he's affectionate with his daughter, that he has emotion, because that's a cool thing nowadays is for boys to not want to express themselves like adults. So the fact that he has a kid, it shows that he's nurturing or comforting or whatever, and I think that makes girls also want to, but he does.
He's also a Scorpio.
Oh, is he? What's your sign? You asked me, but...
Do you know a lot of it? Can you guess?
No, I be like, oh, when I read the thing, it could be like, the sky is gonna be blue today. I'd be like, oh my god, you know, I'm an Aquarius. Like, dang, like I get it. It hit me. But no, I don't know anything about that.
I'm a Virgo, so my birthday's in September.
Okay, like Beyonce.
That's right, and Zendaya.
Oh yes, that's my girl crush. Her and Normani are the only two girls, and Tori Kelly, I like, and Lauren Haregi. Those four, it would go straight for it. Yeah. Like, Zendaya is a bad bitch.
I think when you and I first met.
Did I say that?
You literally.
I love her. Zendaya is a bad bitch. Like, I can't describe. It's just, She's so good. Like, she's good at everything. She can sing her ass off. People don't understand. She can sing. She can dance. She can act. She's the prettiest person. Like, she's a humanitarian. Like, she's not stuck up. You remember when I was talking about earlier about, like, the Hillary Duff effect or, like, the Cole and Dylan? Like, yes, come through, transition, be a bit. Oh, I love her. I do. I think it's more like I'm infatuated with their presence, not necessarily that I physically am, like,
right, it's
attracted.
Like
Yes, the energy is just like, please be with me. Oh, amazing, beautiful. I love her.
Do you like Taraji? She's also a Virgo.
Have you ever seen Baby Boy?
No, I don't think
It's one of her very first films, which is sad because that guy just passed away that was a producer of that movie. Unfortunately, R.I.P. I forget your name. I'm so sorry. But that was one of her first roles in LA. But my mom used to watch that movie all the time, and it comes on like BET like all the time on like the Saturday afternoon movies and stuff like that. But it's like a staple to like African American culture. But Taraji has been like on the radar since I was like a tiny tot, so it's so cool to see her like still on TV, still doing movies, still on the billboards. So that's over 20 years she's killing it. So what's in the Virgo blood? In closing, can you tell everyone like why are Virgos like the baddest? And with Aquarius.
Which it's so funny because I follow a lot of accounts. So I just side note, guys, for everyone watching, I'm obsessed with astrology, and I was obsessed with the astrology before it became the cool thing. So I feel like over the last year, it became like
a trend,
more thing. Yeah,
like Mercury retrograde.
Right. I think that's awesome, by the way, because I love having to like people to talk to about it. But I genuinely do love it. And one of the things that Virgos always get roasted for is that we literally think we're the best, and like.
Well, look at what you're doing. So clearly you must be doing something right.
But it's funny because, like, I think that's just, like... I mean, every sign has one thing that they're always roasted for. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of, like, Aquarius. Okay, you're an Aquarius.
Yeah, tell me about me. Read me.
It's like, okay, Aquarius, you're an air sign. Okay.
Not a water sign. Don't let the name deceive you.
No, exactly. Okay. That's... People get confused by that.
Yeah.
But air sign, they're usually pretty, like, dreamy and, like... very like heady.
Oh, head in the clouds. I thought you meant that I was sexy. I was like, oh, I like you. I'm getting Aquarius, it. But this is very true.
Harry Styles is an Aquarius and he's sexy.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's like a very natural, like, they're very like go with the flow and like flirtatious and like
whimsical.
Deep,
I can be whimsical.
Whimsical is a good word. And like almost like detached, which I think is what like the which is kind of the like
that's embarrassing. Yep. Oh, when I zone out or when I'm doing my own thing, like it's a wrap.
There you go.
That's crazy.
It's not necessarily bad.
Why do you think it's like that? Why are we like that?
I think because I think a lot of it has to do with their element. So like Virgo, I'm an earth sign. He's an air sign. And so like usually like Virgos or other earth signs, we're very like stubborn and like grounded like in our roots almost, but it can come to a fault. Just like any sign, there's too much. So it's like you might be more like, come on, Nicole, like be so much more go with the flow, and I'm gonna be like kind of like rooted in like,
you gotta be like grounded.
Like, you know what? Like so trust. I've had
dang. We should
with other earth signs and it can get rough.
I'm about to make a whole new business for you. You about to have a Young Hollywood side hustle, tarot reads with Nicole.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm learning how to read tarot cards. I have that.
This is so crazy. Just this week, I met like 5 people that do this. It's like, this is the perfect part of my life. It's a sign that I got to get into it. Mm-hmm. So you promise me that when you get certified or whatever, you're going to call, I'm going to be the first client. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it for these people watching at home.
And then like once you get actual certified, we should do another episode. But then you read me, or like we can do a live one or something, because that's a cool thing YouTube is doing now. You can do live videos.
That's all I watch on YouTube.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, would y'all want to see that? Let me know, please, in the comment section below. I'm so thankful that you came over to hang out. This is really cool. Make sure go follow her. I'm posting all her links in the description box as well. Support Young Hollywood, because we always love people supporting positivity and supporting the pop culture movement up here in LA. With that being said,
we didn't do a thumbnail.
That was epic. We did it. Okay, so let's set up. We still got some food. That's perfect.
Oops.
Perfect. So let's hold up these boxes and closed, and then the soda.
Okay.
That's perfect because it has a logo. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'll just tell y'all another time, but
okay.
That's crazy. How did you remember?
How's my hair look, guys?
Are you ready?
Yeah. What are we doing? Just posing.
Yeah. So I'll say 3, 2, 1, and then just do that.
Okay.
So wait, 3, 2. Cool. All right, yeah. Thank you for catching that, because I would have been so mad. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm such a perfectionist. Detached. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Can you cheers with me?
Yes.
Cheers to Cheat Day Chisme, and I will be back next week with another episode, so stay tuned and holla!
Subscribe, ho.